Hejsa. This is the page I was working on last week in my 100-day project. So now I finished it, and that took it up to day 81. Then on the next page I did something completely different with these flowers that have this sort of 3D feel to them because they're not stitched down. I really like this, how they're sort of, and the more I sort of touch them, the more 3D they feel because they sort of stick up. Not so much the big one here because it's, I guess it's a little bit too big, it just falls down. But I really like this one. Although again, maybe the background is a little bit too busy, but it's fine. And I added a little bit of stitching outside where there's fabric, which I quite like as well. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I think you can. So I'm quite happy with how this one turned out. I think it would be fun to experiment more with this sort of thing, where things are sort of 3D and not stitched completely flat onto the surface or to the background. So this page has brought me to day 86. Yes, that's right, because today is day 87. And this is what I've been working on this morning. Just a simple little sort of tulip style flower. So for most of the pages I put 1 day, no, not 1 day, 4 days on each page, but this one was 5 days, and that will be the case with this one as well. I'm not 100% sure I can fit 5 flowers of this size on there, so some of them may have to be smaller, because as I think I mentioned, I'm going to turn these pages into a book, and I needed to end up with a number that is divisible by 4. So I was sort of counting and seeing how many I had left, how many I needed to do and all that. And I could see it. I would either have to add extra pages, or I would just have to add more days on each page. So I decided to go with more days on each page because you can see it's already quite a lot of pages. I can't remember how many. I think I'm going to end up with 24 pages maybe. And that is not including 2 days, which I did on smaller pieces of fabric. I think I'm just going to put those 2 on the outside of the book, because otherwise I have to figure out how to find a space for them inside, and yeah, it's just easier to put them on the outside. And it also sort of says a little bit about what's inside the book, I guess. So yeah, this is where I'm at. Quite looking forward to carrying on with this one tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm going to do more tulips like that one, or just all random ones, and I guess we'll have to wait and see what I come up with. I'm still really enjoying this project. Although it's sort of the same thing every day, just cut up some bits of fabric and put them on the background fabric and eventually add some stitching. For this one I'm also, I think, going to wait with the stitching until the last day, just so that if these flowers end up being very different, then with the stitching or the color of the stitching I can sort of pull them together. So that's gonna be fun. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely day and happy stitching.